Welcome to 500 Public Speaking Tips. You are guaranteed to become a more confident and effective public speaker by following these 500 tips. I am Savio De Silva, the creator of 500 Public Speaking Tips. I have trained over 5,000 students in public speaking since the year 1999. As a professional keynote speaker and guest lecturer, I have spoken at many top colleges, schools, and companies. 500 Public Speaking Tips is the largest database of public speaking tips in the world. The research work for the 12 audiobooks in this series took me 18 years to complete. Let us start with the first tip in this invaluable series. 1. The start of any speech is always the most important aspect of your delivery. Starting off weak, making mistakes while you speak, fumbling with your words, fidgeting with your clothes, etc., and you risk sending off the wrong signals to your audience. You show that you lack confidence and authority in what you are speaking about. But if you start off strong, without referring to your notes, speaking with loads of confidence, moving about on stage with authority and style, using natural gestures and facial expressions, etc., and you show the crowd that you mean business and are knowledgeable about your topic on that particular occasion. You show your audience that you are well prepared when you begin without referring to your notes, slides, note cards, etc. 2. Sincerity counts. Honesty pays. Don't lie. Don't beat around the bush either. While writing down your speech, check to make sure that every single point covered is sincere, accurate, well researched, and truthful. Don't add in points or examples which you aren't sure about. It is difficult to deliver a dishonest speech. It is not ethical or right to even do so. Your audience will truly appreciate you when they know that you have spoken sincerely and honestly to them. Practice your speech content with a friend or an ally so that you can ask them whether you sound sincere enough while you speak. Sometimes your speech content might be accurate, but your body language sends the wrong signals to the audience. 3. An audience that is not listening to your speech is a pointless experience to go through for a public speaker. You can reach your objectives only if the audience is paying attention to what you are saying to them. An audience that is asleep, sometimes quite literally, is not going to be persuaded to your line of thinking since they don't even know what your core messages are. You must care that your audience is listening to your speech. If they aren't, you need to change your approach a bit. Pause for a while. There is no point speaking to an audience who isn't listening to you. Stop for a while, take a break, do something different. Make them pay attention. Only then will you be able to convey your messages to them properly. 4. Review the feedback you receive from your audience and your assistants. Too often, we ask our audience to give us their feedback on our speeches, but then we don't bother reviewing that feedback at a later time. Having a team member or an assistant give you feedback is priceless, but it is only worthwhile when you use that feedback to improve your public speaking skills. This audiobook series on the 500 public speaking tips is like getting lots of feedback in one go. Use these 500 tips to analyze your public speaking skills and work upon areas that need improvement before your next speaking engagement. Five. Nowadays, it is pretty simple to video record yourself practicing your speech. It is just as simple to record your final delivery to the audience. Analysis of your most recent speech recordings will give you a fantastic idea about where you stand as a public speaker. You will identify your strengths and weaknesses as a speaker. You will learn ways to improve your delivery by closely studying your body language while you speak. Simple things like your movements on stage, your overall comfort and confidence levels, the way you hand gesture and express your thoughts, etc., can be observed, analyzed, and further worked upon to become a better speaker. Six. A public speaker must show their open palms while they address the audience. Open palms indicate honesty, sincerity, and openness, whereas hidden palms, like keeping them inside your pockets or behind your back, indicates the exact opposite: dishonesty, lies, deceit. A speaker who keeps their hands on their hips tends to be a dominant character usually, whereas a person who walks around with hands in his or her pockets tries to show that they are really cool. A strong handshake is important for a speaker to have. It means that you are confident and strong, while a weak handshake indicates that the person is weak, submissive, and lacks confidence. 7. Using note cards while making presentations is a really important thing, but not so important that you are found looking at your note cards every 4 seconds of your speech. Failing to prepare your speech well is the recipe for disaster and failure. Remember this while you practice your speech. Never read your note cards word to word. That is not what they are for. Note cards must be used only as a helpful guide to you, just to highlight the main points of your speech, nothing more. Proper usage of note cards ensures that you deliver an effective and powerful speech more often than not. Refer to your note cards only occasionally, else it makes your audience feel that you haven't prepared enough. 8. In public speaking, knowledge is power. Know yourself, the room, the audience, and your subject matter inside out. Knowledge of these 4 areas ensures that you are fully aware of the messages you wish to convey to your audience and gives you the confidence needed to convey it well. Most public speakers prepare their speeches only keeping their speech topic and the audience in mind. However, a sound knowledge of the room in which you will be speaking and your own speaking strengths gives you all that you need to make a killer presentation. So next time you speak in public, make sure that you are well prepared on all these 4 major areas that I have mentioned here. 9. Always number your note cards. Make sure that your note cards contain just a few key points and is in a large enough font size so that you can read them from 5 feet away. Many speakers tend to make the mistake not to write down their note cards in a large font size. Few don't number their note cards, and then there are some that do the worst thing possible. They don't even carry note cards for their speeches. As an experienced public speaker, I always carry note cards to my lectures and speeches. Sometimes I even make backups of my note cards before I go to a speech or a lecture. I even make note cards when I go to a party or a similar social outing. It helps in knowing the main points that must be covered through the usage of my note cards. 10. Anxiety and nervousness during public speaking situations is totally normal. Every single one of us gets nervous. It is part and parcel of public speaking. At times, some of us tend to suffer from atychiphobia, which is the irrational fear of failure. We start getting anxious before our speech because we are afraid that the audience will not like our speech at all. We assume that we are going to perform poorly on stage, and this scares us a lot. The best way to overcome this fear is to understand that nothing bad ever happens in public speaking situations. Relax your nerves by doing some deep breathing and listening to some soft music before your speech starts. Focus on your speech content, nothing else. 11. Do not make fun or tease your audience at any cost. It might seem funny to you. It may also get you a few laughs from certain members of your audience, but it's not a wise thing to do unless you have been specifically called to make fun of and tease your audience to bits. I know a top-rated speaker whose only weakness is that she tends to poke fun at certain members of her audience at the first given opportunity. It cost her a lot of money and even her reputation in the long run. Today, she is sitting at home, jobless for a long time, staring at a TV screen while laying on a couch, thinking about how things would have been so different had she not poked fun at people sitting in her audience during her working years. 12. Find additional resources and materials through the internet, books, audiobooks, interviews, etc. while writing down your speech. The more information you have to work with, the easier it becomes to narrow down your focus to just a few main points to talk about during your speech. Look for suitable examples such as quotes, facts, stats, stories, real life experiences, etc. to illustrate your main points a lot better. While writing down your speech, move from point to point until you have covered each point well. Don't focus on any single point for too long. Spread your content evenly over all the main points being covered inside your speech. 13. Some experts claim that it is easier to speak to an audience who isn't looking at you. They say that it's good for you as you can confidently speak your material with them since they are not analyzing you from top to bottom. However, this tip is a load of bull. There's nothing as interesting, exciting and inspiring than speaking to people who are directly looking at you and listening to every word you say. I love an audience that connects with me through their eyes. I would strongly suggest that you avoid any distractions such as visual aids, slides, flip charts, handouts, etc. inside your speeches. The trick here is not to speak while they are focused on the visuals. Speak only when their eyes are back on you. It takes practice to do this skillfully, but it's well worth it and better than having them distracted by handouts while you just ramble on. 14. Warm water is good while speaking. Take a sip now and then to help clear your throat and your voice. It is fine to drink a liter of water for every 2 hours of speaking. That is around 5 glasses of water. Warm water has those magical qualities inside it that keeps your voice in excellent condition for hours on end. Another tiny thing to keep in mind is to make sure that your glass is clean before you pour your warm water into it. Many times I've been to 5-star hotels only to discover that my water glass isn't clean enough to pour my precious warm boiled water into. 15. Passion is everything. The world loves passionate professionals in every field. Same goes for public speaking. A passionate speaker is always a sought after one. Convey your message in a warm tone and with passion in your voice. This is what the audience loves to listen to. It is amazing how long passionate speakers can speak without losing the interest and attention of anyone in the audience. You can show the passion you have within you by preparing your speech well, through a confident and relaxed body language, and through the use of purposeful hand gestures. You can be passionate when you are enthusiastic and full of energy too. 16. Use rhetorical questions to get the audience thinking about the topic. A rhetorical question is a question that you ask without expecting an answer from your audience. The question might be one that does not have an answer even. It might also be one that has an obvious answer, but you have asked the question to make a point, to persuade, or for literary effect. Don't ask more than a couple of such questions in your entire speech. The audience likes a speaker that makes them think, but not think too much for their own liking. Rhetorical questions can help the audience understand a point well without getting too deep into it inside your speech. 17. If possible, and it usually is, write 3 sets of speeches for every speech that you make. Then practice all 3 speeches with an assistant or someone else present to help you figure out the best one out of the 3 to use for your final performance. But after having picked one out of the 3, don't throw the other 2 out. Instead, prepare with those speeches as well. Maybe not as many times as you prepare for the first speech, but at least a few times. This helps you have a backup plan just in case you need it. I have spoken dozens of times to an audience that did not respond well to my first speech, so I made quick adjustments by using material from my other 2 speeches so as to check if they responded better to the other 2. Usually they do. 18. No one likes to be dominated and lectured to. Make sure that you don't speak like a dictator looking to crush the audience with his or her bare feet by the end of the speech. Speak with the audience, not at the audience. Don't lecture, dictate, dominate, or yell at your audience. Everyone likes it when they are part of something big. The audience tends to be influenced by speakers who speak in their language and knows where they are coming from. Get the audience involved in your speech by sharing things that connect with them directly. You can win over any audience when you can convince them that you are one of them and that what you are sharing with them is something that is good for them. 19. A surefire way of making your audience members happy is to give them something useful for totally free. I usually give my audience a secure link to download a copy of my latest audiobook or ebook. Often I give them something to download for free that directly connects with them and the speech topic. I have seen their faces light up when I offer them these free downloads on topics that are relevant and useful to them. What many listeners of this audiobook series don't know yet is that there are a couple of free downloads waiting for them if they listen to all the 500 public speaking tips in this series. It is my little way of saying thank you to my listeners for investing their precious time in listening to this audiobook series. 20. Begin with anything that gets the attention of your audience, such as facts, stats, quotes, or shocking statements. A personal story or real life experience that connects with the speech topic will do just as well. In fact, at most times, I use life experiences and stories to connect better with my audience. These stories, experiences, facts, stats, quotes, and figures should not take up too much time in your speech content. A good rule of thumb is that your examples should not be more than 1/5 of the total speech time. Don't fill your speech up with too many examples. Only use what you feel will illustrate your key points better and have the maximum impact on your audience. 21. Some speakers I have studied use a few simple techniques to be in a positive frame of mind before their speech. One of the things they commonly do is that they find a quiet place where no one else is present, some place close to their speaking room, then they close their eyes and imagine themselves being cheered and applauded by the audience. Doing this makes them feel relaxed, positive, and confident before they enter the speaking room. There are other techniques used by experienced speakers. You can create one that works best for you. The objective is to help you feel positive, confident, and relaxed before your speech starts. 22. While speaking with others, gesture effectively but gesture naturally. The main type of gestures are those done with our hands. There are different approaches that the professional speakers use. I find that the easiest and best hand gestures are those that start with both your hands being joined together like a downward namaste and held at waist level. From this position, the left and right hand can be opened up quickly and easily to lay more emphasis on certain keywords during your speech. With constant practice of hand gestures, you will find that you start to gesture effectively and naturally every time that you speak. 23. I follow a simple yet powerful philosophy in many areas of my professional life. My philosophy is to share whatever knowledge I have with others who can benefit from it. My motto for this purpose is learn, do, and teach. Once you have learnt and mastered this audiobook, consider sharing your knowledge with others that you care about. It has been said that the teacher is the best student in the classroom. Similarly, you become the best public speaker when you keep sharing your learned knowledge and rich experience with others who can benefit from the same. 24. Do not write too many things on the blackboard or screen that your audience sees while you are delivering your presentation to them. The audience can easily get distracted nowadays. They can slip into another world instantly, and you can quickly lose a whole room full of people if you fill up your screen or blackboard with too many things while you stand in front of it and speak. Just speaking about one thing at a time is the best thing to do. Simply mentioning the topic that you are speaking on is enough. I prefer speaking the old-fashioned way, without using slides, charts, and projectors. It has worked truly well for me. 25. Your audience can listen to 40 minutes of speech at a time. Take a small break if you are speaking longer than 40 minutes. Nowadays, with short attention spans due to social media and smartphones, the average human being cannot listen to more than 30 minutes of a speech without losing a bit of attention and focus. You will need to customize your long speeches in a way that you take regular breaks after every 30 minutes of speaking. These little breaks are good for you as you can refer to your note cards and sip some warm water at this time. You can have an icebreaker like game or exercise during the first break, and then take a complete break of 10 minutes only after an hour speech has been delivered.